Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to today's 1111 Portal live stream. How is everybody today? Get myself situated here, get everything aesthetically in order. It's a little crooked. Not that you guys care, but I'm all like, yeah. I actually planted a few of these in dirt. This one could probably go too. It's got some nice roots on it. I'm just trying to bring the nature in since we are. I'll just show you real quick if I can, and then I'll have to replug my laptop back in. Well, there's my dog Walter, the big black one. I think he's on my left. I don't know for you guys. And then on the other side of the fence is our neighbor's dog Jack. Walter's just kind of like, okay, keep barking, Jack. But we got dumped on with snow the other day. It was even emergency travel only. Not that we're not used to this. It's we can drive on the snow like champs. It's just that it snowed so much so fast that the snowplows weren't able to. I mean, they had every snowplow out in full force, but we were driving up to the school and the snowplow was right in front of us, and he was like, well, the sander, they have a plow in the front and then sand in the back, and he got stuck. We got stuck. We weren't stuck. He was stuck. And then his chains came down and he finally was able to get out. But oh my gosh, there was so much snow just in like not a very long amount of time. So yeah, the kids are excited. It was a bit of a little debacle getting everybody's gloves and hats and coats and mittens and gloves and mittens, similar, right before the live stream to get them outside because if they are watching Netflix or something, sometimes it can slow down the live stream. So I'm trying to get them outside. Of course, it's a nice sunny day in addition to, but it's a little cold out there, so they're all bundled up and ready. Oh, it melted for Halloween. Oh, 12 plus inches in October. Wow, getting some more tonight. Yeah, I think though I don't mind the snow so much, but when the snow kind of melts and then it freezes on the streets and becomes like black ice or ice beneath a layer of snow, that's when it's bad news bears for me. I'm out. Like I don't like that at all. And I love the snow when it's like, in yards and stuff, but when it's on the roads, I'm not a fan. Of course, I know how to drive in it and I'm very, very cautious. I'm like a little old lady on snow, but I'd rather arrive alive because I have things to do on this planet. Oh, it's Wayne. Hello. You changed your name again, Wayne. Well, welcome. So let's see. We've got a couple fun things planned today. Let me just do a quick roll call and then we're gonna do a little ceremony, just something real simple. And of course, if you don't want to participate, that's your prerogative too. I'm not making anyone do it. You can set your own intention for the 1111 portal. But let's see. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Trying to keep my water bottle quiet. It's very loud. Okay, so we have. So Michelle was, I think, the first, or Cheyenne was the first one to check in, and then Michelle De Leon, and then Scarlett. Hello. Let's see. Keep going. Amber's here. Hello. Alrighty then. Let's see. Wow, snow already. Yep. Brandy Lynn is here. Michelle Lynn is here. Linda H. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody here. Army Vet, aka Wayne. Hello. NNW. Hello. All right, Earthy Deva, it's good to see you finally on the live. I know you check in once in a while, and we do readings for you a lot, but I rarely get to actually see you. Hello. Sarah Sultan is here as well. Hello, my dear. All right, so what we're going to do is start with a little intention setting for the 1111 portal, and I'm not even going to speak a word on what intention we are setting. You personal person out there, and yes, it is melted right on here. This is actually the lid of this. It's all my little fortunes and like the tea bag pieces from my tea. I mean, I've been collecting these for years and years, just little things. This one says, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. I think that's a personal message I need to really resonate with today. I feel like I have everything done already, and I'm like, no, slow down, it's okay. Yeah, but I have these, but I needed to light a candle for it was group 3 on I one of the recent pick a cards I did. And I'm like, you know what, I'll just do it. And it was a green candle. And I just haven't cleaned it up yet. But I wanted to, get in the zone. We're gonna do white candle just to bring that beautiful light. Look at that. Oh, you feel like I'm almost in front of you today. That's so cool. I've been working to try to expand my just loving energy. I was talking about it. Oh my goodness. Again, I don't know if it was the 11:11. That's two. The reason I'm not doing an 11:11 collective reading here is because I actually posted a pick a card at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Harmony Portal Tarot. If you missed that, it is live now. It's up now. And there's 3 piles to choose from. And we really went in on that. So I didn't feel I needed to overlap that with anything additional. And plus, you guys also voted that you wanted to do, personal 1 card pull for our, early part of the readings today. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, we're tailoring those to, you personally for the 11:11 portal. But yes, we're going to set our intention with this candle. I'll probably give about a minute for you to really, gaze upon the candle once we light it and set your intention and everything. And if you don't really know what to set your intention for, just say, okay, higher self, set whatever intention I need at this time for the 11:11 portal to maximize this beautiful, or to maximize my ability to utilize, let's put it that way, maximize my ability to utilize this beautiful, loving, cosmic energy pouring in today on 11:11. And then we're probably going to do the same thing for the 12:12 portal as well. So that's about a month and a day away. All right, so everybody ready? Let's see, where's the best place where you can actually, there, it looks like you can see what's going on here. So I'm gonna light the candle and be quiet for about a minute. So just to set your intention, hopefully no one comes in during that time is like, why is no one talking? What's going on? But here we go. All right. That is so powerful. I don't know if you guys can feel it too, but wow, I feel it. I'm feeling it. It's like happy, 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 just life giving energy. I'm feeling it. It's just so beautiful. Oh, you save your fortunes too, Michelle. That's awesome. I feel like you're almost in front of me today. Oh, that's probably still in alignment with that other comment you left, Cheyenne. That's so cool. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's just all about sharing the love and the fact that, quantum energy, we really are connected no matter how far apart distance-wise on this planet we are. We are just, a thought away from each other in reality. Yeah, it's just crazy cool. As if I'm physically there. Yeah. So cool. Oh, you watched it, and Amber watched it too. How cool. Yeah, timeline shift, I guess, the green candle. Yes, yes, I think that's what it is. Yep. Yep, you already watched it. Cool, cool. Earthy Davis has beautiful energy. Wow, I gave my higher self the permission to set intention, got the wording happiness, love, abundance, acceptance, and peace. Yes, all of that stuff. Bring it on. We could all use a lot of those beautiful, loving words for sure. Yes, happy 11/11, everybody. And what I'm gonna do, I want to be able to view this. I want to be able to. Yeah, I can English today. I swear. I'm gonna actually move our beautiful plant babies over here, just for now, and we'll move them back. But I want us to be able to, see this play out. And look, we got lots of room, lots of space, so we're not in fear of anything too crazy happening. So yay, we're good. It looks a little crooked from that vantage point, though. Let's kind of squeeze her in better. Good enough. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Suzanne. All right, so we just started out with a little intention setting. And if you missed that, you can go back, scrub back, and 2.5 times speed this thing to catch back up if you feel so inclined, or you can watch it later, or if you don't want to set any intentions, that's cool too. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of lotion to my dry hands. You know, the winter just dries my hair, my skin, everything. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a personal card for each person who wants one. And because it's 11:11, oh, and it's 11:11 on 11:11 for those on the East Coast, or sorry, Pacific. So put 11:11, put 11:11, and I will draw you a card. And if I skip you, just hold on. Sometimes the order jumps and does what it does. So if you put an 11:11, I will know that you would like a one card pull, and I'm going to try to stick to as one card pull as I can with this, and just see what happens. So the first one I saw was Linda. Well, technically, though, no. Ethan said it's 11:11 a.m. right now. So we're going to start with him because he posted it before I even said it. So we're on the same wavelength. Okay, here we go. And now it's 12:12 my time. So I'm really seeing this gateway not just today, but like 11:11 through 12:12. So it's like a month and a day's time coverage for this message. So starting with Ethan. Woo, that's a lot. Ethan's got a lot going on. Pay attention to your health. Okay, so we got two more. Dog, protection from a powerful friend, and lion, time to act. So there's actually a lot of animal, tuning into the spirit animal of the dog and the lion. And Cain, just paying attention to your health. And this doesn't mean there's anything wrong, Ethan. It just means, there's always things as humans we could be doing a little better, eating a little bit less sugar, consuming a little bit less caffeine, eating a couple more green vegetables, or, whatever resonates. Things like that. So I would say you've got the protection of a powerful friend. It's time to take action on something and just, do the best for your health. You can. Linda H., let's get your message. We have Dragon, beware of self-delusion. So again, this doesn't feel to me like ego, like, oh, I'm so amazing. No. This more feels like you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough. Beware of that, because you're closing out a cycle where you feel this sort of, I guess, undeserving energy, that you feel you always have to prove yourself to people and stuff like that. This is something you're working on, or that's just your higher self is coming in to really help you feel more worthy, help you feel more abundant. Because the self-delusion of this is that you are not worthy, but you are. So you're clearing a lot of that. Not to say you'll never feel inadequate ever again, because I don't know that that's realistic just in a month's worth of healing time. But you're working through some things where you're feeling more confident about yourself, Linda, that is such a thing. That is so powerful. It's something that money cannot buy, is just confidence in yourself. It's so amazing and beautiful. All right, Michelle De Leon says it's 11:11 on 11:11. So we're going to go to her next. We have Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And I don't see this as your energy. This might even be, this is funny. This might even be your son's energy. Maybe you've just been saying, hey, maybe you should do this. And he's just like, no, I'm good. Or, you're trying to get him to do something. He's like, yeah, I will. And he just never does. This again, doesn't feel anything bad. It's just, letting people do what they're going to do, let them flow, let them grow when they're ready, things like that. So, and also for you, if you're feeling a little stubborn in a certain area, just examine, why do I feel such resistance, or, like standing my ground or putting my foot down, not wanting to budge on something, and just seeing, why do I really feel this way? Or do I still feel this way? Or is this me responding to past energy and I really don't feel that way anymore? Just kind of examining things like that. All right. Cheyenne, let's get Cheyenne's message for the portal energies. Okay. You saw me shuffle, right? Same. And again, I'm seeing this more for you as like your family dynamic. Not so much Vicky, but other family members, masculine family members, your father, maybe brothers, where they want to just remain exactly the same, a very stagnant energy into the personality, not wanting to evolve, not wanting to learn anything, not wanting to grow, not wanting to expand their horizons. But I'm really seeing this as you embodying the exact opposite of that, is you are wanting to grow, you are wanting to move, you are wanting to learn, you're wanting to expand, and just have gratitude for the beautiful things coming into your life. So it's almost like the people in your life, Cheyenne, that want to stay stuck are acting as a big trigger for you to realize, I don't want their life. I want to expand and create and, make big changes to my life to really see myself grow and thrive, which is so beautiful. All right, so Michelle Lynn is next. Let's get Michelle Lynn a card. And we have here Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. And I'm really reading this as like a time in your life. Maybe you've even been thinking about this a lot lately, Michelle Lynn, about like a past, I don't know, like maybe your early 20s, maybe late teens. Like that's kind of the time frame I'm getting for this for you. It's just kind of nostalgic for the past, or maybe even bringing up old, relationships, be them friendships or romantic partnerships didn't work out from the past, and just kind of reconstructing them or deconstructing them. Like, where did it all fall apart? Why did that have to happen? And just sometimes being a little bit in your feels about it. You know what? That is okay. It is coming up at this time, so you can have a deeper insight into why certain relationships are no longer in your life, because they can't be in your life. And it's not to say they can't return, but at least for whatever time has transpired between when things kind of fell apart and where you're at now, they're on their journey, you're on your journey. Okay, so Scarlet, it's 111 for Amber. That's awesome. All right, Scarlet. Ooh, Scarlet, you get two, marriage and success. So marriage doesn't necessarily have to be like straight up, let's get married. This is like you basically committing to something. This could be your own higher self or your own like soul mission. This could be something you're very passionate about, a creative endeavor. Just this new energy you're bringing in is really going to help aid you in your success. So wherever your passions, whatever directions your passions are pulling you at this time, Scarlet, that is where you're going to succeed. As long as you put in the effort, the attention, the time, the money, whatever it is, whatever it takes, you will succeed though. So follow your heart, follow your intuition and your passion. All right, Amber. I know you pushed 111, but I'm just going to do it. Since I see your name here, we're going to do it. Whoa, look at that. We got, wow. Just like Ethan, you got two different animals. So you have egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. So kind of like what we were just saying with Scarlett's reading, with the success. So this is plans and hard work. So actions plus plans equals, so action plus hard work equals success. Then you have lion, it's time to act. And camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. I can't word today, but wow. Yes, camels. And camels are those animals that traverse through the desert on just minimal water. And it's funny because I've been so thirsty today. It's insane. So maybe there's this message in this for you, Amber, to make sure you're getting adequate water today. Just make sure you're fueling that water, back, replenishing that water in your body. But yeah, it's time to act in something that you are, making good plans with, working hard toward, and then you will succeed. Again, this to me is like that between 11:11 and 12:12 portal kind of time frame. Not to say these energies can't reverberate out. You know how that is. Okay. Up next, Earthy Deva. And we have here Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So many messages of success. And then Shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So this came out on top. So as long as you are taking care of yourself with your deep personal strength and having that sense of peace, that will assure your success, you won't even have to worry about this shark energy. And to me, this shark energy is more ego based. It's not some external force that's looking to destroy you or anything like that. This is just maybe your own ego, but just being in this mode of peace, or just trying to tune a little more into your higher self could be really what helps to keep you out of the more ego or not good enough, not worthy kind of energy that seems to be a major theme that is trying to die away right now. Or at the very least, many humans are having at least a bit of a mini ego death coming in. Even people that you thought would never change, you're starting to see them humble themselves a little bit or something. It's going to be nuanced for each person watching, but it's very interesting how this is playing out. All right, Brandy Lynn wants a card. And we have here horseshoe, good luck. Yes. So much good luck. So the things, again, where your attention goes, Brandy Lynn, your energy is flowing. So whether that's your writing or your family or some other career kind of fun thing going on, where your attention goes, you are bringing beautiful good luck and even past life karma into what you're making, what you're doing, who you're becoming. It's all beautiful. Yay! Not to say there's not rough patches along the way, but you're really tuning into this, Wheel of Fortune energy. You're lucky. You're coming up to the top for a while, and you're gonna be there for a while. All right, Sarah Sultan. Get you a card. And here we have it. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. And I already see you have you've bridged traversed, I guess is the right word, the hardest part of this mountain. So it's feeling much easier. Like a big weight is being lifted off of something you've been really struggling with, or a difficult relationship, a difficult thing that's just been weighing on your heart, has been maybe causing depression or sadness or just worry about the future. You are overcoming this because the mountain, it stands sentinel. Like it doesn't have to move and go to do all these things. It just stays right where it's at and literally like blooms where it's planted. And it really ain't nothing going to knock that mountain down. So you have this really deep strength within you to overcome anything you're going through right now, Sarah. All right. Get to like a Ray. Welcome, my dear. Let's get you a card. And we have here 3 cards. V, victory in some endeavor. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. And Vase, secret admirer. So again, I think the bear, the danger in money matters, can be completely circumvented by this victory and the vase energy. And to me, this vase energy, this feels like a spirit guide to me. This is very spiritual energy. If this is not a spirit guide, then this is someone in your life that is seemingly a very spiritual person that is having a beautiful, profound effect on your energy. And so this is basically the more negative side of the 4 of Pentacles saying, just to control spending. And I don't really see that you're having issues in this department anyway. So just keep doing what you're doing with that. But it's coming out. Maybe there's someone in your family or a close friend that's coming to you for maybe some financial advice. And this is why this is coming, so that you can give them that sound advice that they need to overcome their issues. But if you are having an issue, maybe saving for something you want to, purchase, or something a bill you want to pay off or something like this, then just continue working toward that endeavor. Okay, NNW, let's get your card. NNW. And we have here goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, and or both. So yeah, as within, so without. As we grow spiritually, it seems like we open up all these new doors and opportunities for our lives that will start to, materialize in, the material world. So whether that's money, resources, time to, spend, just like money, we spend our time doing the things that either bring us joy or take us away from joy. But it's up to you to decide how you're spending your time and your energy. And as you really focus on your spiritual growth, you're going to start to see those, beautiful, more material and abundant aspects of your life also increasing as well. NNW. All right, Wayne, let's get Wayne a card. And we have jumped, so let me go back up. Where are we? Okay, there we are. Okay, Wayne, let's get Wayne a card. We have Tiger, doing something risky and taking a chance. This is very Fool energy, but the Tiger is fierce. So you have, Spirit's being very blunt and direct today. You have the cojones to be able to take this leap of faith and know that nothing or no one will stand in the way of your victory. So whether this is starting some new business endeavor or, spiritual project, creative endeavor, project around the home, and or all of the above, nothing's really going to stand in your way because you have this ferociousness. Are these even words? I think so. To when you make up your mind to do something, you're going to do it. And comparing that or combining that with the Fool energy is a very powerful energy. And you're not doing it in a like steamroller kind of way, like everyone in my way, watch out, I'm coming through. No, it's like almost like the people in your life, the opportunity situations all line up to want to work with you. It's very powerful energy. So sweet, Wayne. Awesome. Suzanne Barber, let's get you a card. Ooh, we have here spear, heartache over what you no longer have, and dog barking, advice from a friend. So this could have been a recent or maybe even not so recent loss of a friendship that if it is on the more long ago spectrum of that, it's just maybe been on your mind lately or during the next month or so, it's going to be on your mind. And similar to what we talked about for Michelle Lynn with this card is just kind of maybe having a melancholy or almost nostalgia about, times gone by because this person may used to mean a lot to you and maybe still does on, some level, but you're no longer in each other's lives the way you once were. And again, that doesn't mean you can't, call this person up and say, "Hey, what let's get back together. Let's be friends." If that's a potential for you. But if this person's just, out of your life and that's that, just thinking about these things can actually help heal them. A lot of times we think, "Well, if I think about it, then I'm putting my energy into that and then it just makes me sad." And sometimes that's exactly what we need to do because we need to allow ourselves to feel these things so we aren't having them in that kind of subconscious or that back pocket or pooled up in some form of trauma in our body. They're coming up to release or to take action on if that's a potential for you as well. So use your intuition on that, Suzanne. Okay, and that might even be a family member. I'm seeing maybe a distant family member, someone you haven't kind of been estranged from, quite possibly. But again, use your own intuition if this person needs to be in your life or not. So Florence B, my dear, let's get you a card. We have here butterfly, a change for the better. Oops. So things are looking up, things are getting better. And then the skull, hidden secrets that can harm you. But I'm not seeing these as external secrets that, someone's, going behind your back. This is subconscious energy. But look, with the butterfly coming out, because this is energy going on inside your cranium, inside your skull, inside your head, that you are transmuting and transforming through. And this, you're changing this, you're like alchemizing, like an alchemist or a musician, maybe a musician, a magician, maybe utilizing music to help transform limiting beliefs or secrets, maybe even your own deep dark secrets, if you have any that just weigh you down, and being able to transmute them into light, transmute them into something that is going to better your life rather than make you feel shame or guilt or sadness or depression or whatever these lower thoughts that you might have. Or if you can't point to one thought or another, this could be subconscious programming that's not even your baggage, but you're carrying it because it's in your program now. But you can basically deprogram yourself from that, is what that combination is letting you know. Okay, so the health card is calling me out. Oh no, Ethan. It's already snowing now. I have the fan and AC switched on. Yeah, it's snowing here. Oh, you're a dragon in Chinese astrology, Linda. That's so cool. All right, let's get Stardust the card. I'm just kind of reading the comments as I see them here. We've got broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. But every time this comes out, Stardust, I see that it's like a divine intervention. The fact that this could be recent energy, although because this reading is kind of spanning the next month and a day, this could be something upcoming that it doesn't work out the way you would hoped, but it's actually spirit redirecting you in a better direction. Because look, yes, it's a broken wishbone, but you have the lucky part of it. If you just had the teeny tiny piece right here that was broken off as the picture here, not as good a vibe. But the fact that you have the winning piece of the wishbone here, yes, it's broken, but you have the winning piece. And yeah, the wish will not be granted the way that you had hoped, but it's actually working out much better for you than you had hoped. It's just maybe a potential you hadn't thought of, or a life turn or a life change that you hadn't thought of, but it's actually, when you have that hindsight looking 2020, looking back on it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, thank goodness it didn't go the way I wanted." It's like that Garth Brooks song. Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. It's kind of aligned with that. So if that's not something sparking in your intuition right now, Stardust, this is still kind of on the upcoming for you. Yeah, he's like that, Michelle. I love it. Yep, so true, Amanda. Thank you. Resonates like the ex-lover cord cutting I did recently, like you recommended. Yes, it helps so much. But sometimes that can bring up other stuff that's buried which is a good thing. I know it doesn't feel great in the moment when we're dealing with all this, like, why are all these people from my past coming into my awareness? But it's so you can clear. If it's buried beneath the surface, it's lost in there. You can't find it. But the fact it's up by the surface means it's time to take some action, doing something with it, right? Oh, you've been on water so much this week. That's good. Awesome. Yep, you've been very thirsty too. Yes, drink more water, everybody. I'm so shocked with what you said because it resonates so much. The men in the house just don't want to grow and learn. And I'm thinking to myself, I will always strive to be the opposite. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Hello, Canary. Let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Anna. Absolutely. Yeah, Brandy Lynn's excited. Thank you. You're welcome. And you have the wheel from your deck sitting here too. Yes. Great, great validation right there for you, Brandy Lynn. All right, let's get Canary a card. Who's having fun? I'm having fun. I love this. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta make sure I didn't have any other downloads, donations coming through. So far, we have Cheyenne for a 1 card and Florence B for a full read today. Exciting. We've been getting some, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just this energy coming in, but the stuff that's able to come through now, I'm blown away by it. I mean, I'm always blown away by how spirit shows up, but like it's just next level right now. I don't know what it is. I'm here for it though. Let's say that. Okay, Canary, let's get you a card. Ooh, here we go. We're just talking about wheel energy. Well, we have wheel here, but in this it says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So this almost feels like you're a hamster on a wheel. You're putting in effort, you're putting in work, you're putting in a lot of time into something, but it just feels like it's not going anywhere. It's very static, very stagnant. But with the crown here, honor and respect will come to you. You're going to find a way to get off that hamster wheel, to actually make the movement you're putting into something actually go somewhere. So you're finding ways maybe in, or like, I want to call them mistakes, but it's like holes or gaps within your schedule, or ways that you can better utilize your time to actually get where you want to go, rather than feel like every day you're putting in all this effort and work and nothing's really getting accomplished. You're finding a more direct way to use your time, your effort, your energy to make things happen for you, and bringing in more abundance and all of these things. So that's pretty powerful. Sometimes just having the awareness that something's not working is all we need to shift it. And just getting that awareness is really going to be important for you. All right. Oh, I missed your 1111. Oh, I think I did yours. But of course I'm reading your comment later. Yeah, they sometimes go in a weird order for me. So, yeah, I just say sit tight till I get all the way down, because sometimes they're in a weird order. Let's see. Yep, different spot. Yeah, it happens all the time, including today. It's so weird because I'll go back and rewatch it, and I'm watching not always, but like used to do that. And everybody's comments are coming up, and I'm like, I'm reading in a weird order, but that's what I see in my order on the back end. It's so weird. Yep. Yep, good to know. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Yeah, that song. There you go. That came through. Was that for you the other day? I can't remember who that came through for, but I think it was for you, maybe. Yeah, North America, it's become real cold. Yeah, 4 degrees Celsius there. Yeah, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's been cold. Okay. Yes, level up, level up, level up. We all are leveling up. That's the beauty of all of these beautiful portals and, cosmic energies coming in, and just those on the ascension path and those that don't even know they're on the ascension path, they're raising up. And some people, it's triggering them to no end because they don't want to change. They don't want to shift. And when the energies are basically forcing your hand, it can get chaotic. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. That's really nice to hear. You're so welcome. Yeah. I dropped a bunch of cards. Yeah, it was reminded. Oh, I was reminded of it when you were talking about the lion. Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, so Cheyenne has her question already there. So we're going to traditional Rider Waite today. Look at this bad boy. Yes. This is my personal deck. It's weird when I read for myself, I don't use, the Fountain Tarot or not to say I never have and I never will, but I'd say 98 times out of 100, this is my go-to for my daily advice, for any random off the wall question I have, if I'm trying to fact check my, intuition of some sort, it's her. And she lives downstairs at my kitchen table. She is well loved and well worn. And very, look at those edges. Not so pretty anymore. But this deck is on point. Like, if not to say these other decks are not on point, they are, but I don't know, this one's just on its little something extra. For me, anyway. So we're using her today. I just thought it was fitting with the 1111 portal. Not the first time I've used this. In fact, this was actually the deck I used for the downturn, the downside, the shadow banning over on the Done Creative. I used this deck in that premiere reading on, man, what day was that? It was sometime in either September of October of 2021. When the premiere video of Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram outage, that video was the beginning of the end for the Done Creative and my shadow banning experience. But you know what? It's not the deck's fault. It's not even the message's fault. It's, even if that truth cannot be suppressed. So whoever needed to hear that message that day and whoever will hear it again, I actually, even me logged in as the Done Creative, searched that video, and it's hard to find. I had to really dig. The only way I could find it, I couldn't directly search it and it pop up. I had to go scroll all the way back to September or October of 2021 to find it in my videos lineup. That's the only way I could find it. I couldn't find it in search. I couldn't find it. Of course, you can find it with a direct link because that's how it is. But that's just one way they can make you think, oh yeah, my content's out there, but no one's seeing it. But they're not able to see it unless they're specifically searching for a very specific thing. Yeah, it was a weird time all around, and things are just shifting. And that beautiful thing with Uranus all wrapped up in that lunar eclipse that we had the other day, these truths are just coming to light, and certain suppressions. And every time I think of censorship or shadow banning and any of that, it's like these screws just being tightened and tightened and tightened. But there's too many people now aware. There's too many people, and I'm getting to your question, Cheyenne. Just give me a second. Too many people know. It's like once you know the magic trick, it's not very magical anymore. Once you know the sleight of hand that's created to make the magic trick seem real, it's not magical anymore. And old news, boring. And a lot of light workers, earth angels, star seeds, even your everyday Joe that doesn't know that they have a spirit, are starting to see through the veil, see through the illusion of what we thought was reality. And you can't hold it back much longer. And it's just gonna, with Uranus being involved in a lot of these things, and it's been square Saturn 4 times over the last year, which that's very powerful and transformational, shifting. This is basically saying truth tellers, light seekers, and seers out there, keep shining your light, keep spreading your message, because it will fall on the ears of those who need to hear it. Yeah, they do for sure. But yeah, and some of these messages aren't for the masses, that's for sure. So if you're tuned into something beyond the mainstream narrative and you feel connected to it, you're probably one of these people that's meant to ascend beyond the 3D construct. So, and it doesn't all happen overnight. It's a process, major process. Even though those of us that feel like our whole lives get flipped upside down overnight with a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, there's still even deeper layers we can uncover through all of this to even get to deeper truths. It's so cool. Yeah, okay, so Cheyenne, she posted her question. Could I please ask Spirit, one card read? Will I secure a new job in December and at least start in January, please? I'm trying, but I'm worried. Yeah, it's funny because when I first picked up the deck to say that, I saw the 9 of Swords on the bottom. You guys can scroll back and see it. And then now we got the 10 of Wands, which they're both very overwhelming, very anxiety-ridden energies. So I can totally pick up the anxiety and stress and worry this probably creates for you not having that steady income. So let's see for Cheyenne. Is she going to be able to secure a new job in December? I'm already hearing a yes, but again, it just might be that you're not getting exactly the job you want. You're kind of having to, apply to things you aren't exactly like passionate about, but it's going to pay the bills until you find one that's going to be a more passion career for you or a passion job for you. But I love what you revealed about the volunteer position with the creative writing. I think that's so beautiful, helping children with creative writing. Oh my gosh, dream job. That is so cool. Of course, you said it. I'm pretty sure you said volunteer or unpaid position, but just you feeling that sense of accomplishment in that area is going to open opportunities and doors in other areas where that abundance is going to be returned to you in a different way, from a different avenue. But let's see what else Cheyenne needs to know about getting that job in December, and at least hopefully starting by January. Yeah, I would just again say apply, apply, apply. Yeah, yeah, program. And I knew what you meant. I've seen it spelled both ways, for sure. Yeah. The MME or the M for the US here, yeah. So this is basically just trying to find better balance, and I would say this is more mental balance, but I think one of the best things that would really help you feel more mentally balanced in this whole job search would be to apply as many places as you can. Really, you know, put your feelers out there in every possible facet you can, and you'll start to hear back from a job and then another job, probably at least two or three. If you're applying for at least 10 different places, I see at least three of them contacting you very quickly, because I'm seeing this need for your beautiful energy, but it's been kind of redirected or rerouted because things needed to line up. There's this divine timing at play, Cheyenne, that isn't it always? But then we have, look, yeah, this is what you started with. So try to stay out. I know it's easier said than done, and your feelings and feeling anxious about it are valid. So of course, when you feel that anxiety come up, honor it. Say, yeah, I know, we're feeling it. Yep. But you don't have to stay stuck in it. That's the thing, because you're taking a leap of faith, maybe in a direction you had no idea about comes up. But there's, maybe even choosing between two different jobs. But whatever you choose, there's success here. You're going to have success in December, going into January, to find something. Again, it may not be your dream job, but it's going to be able to be, putting food on the table, paying bills, and, kind of that bridge energy to get you to something that's going to feel much better for you in the future. So yes, I would say there's something for you as long as you are taking action, putting your different applications and stuff out there. Yeah, right. It's like, oh, everything's just feels so hard and difficult now. Can't I just go back? I know, right? And that's what it feels like. But look, there's some forward momentum coming in. The Knight of Wands. This is forward movement. This is feeling, maybe you're not 100% hyped on the job, but you're like, okay, let's do this. We're going to get our applications out there. I'll apply to places that don't even seem, really too in alignment with me, but we'll just see what happens. And the one that is most suited for you for the time, for any lessons you're wanting to learn, for, monetary income, all of these things, it will play out. It will line up in divine time for you. So you got this. Just try. I know it's hard. Try to stay out of that worry, because that can keep pushing that energy farther out and away from you. And just embrace that you are a limitless being having a human experience. So, any job should be happy to have you. And maybe even just surrendering that far could maybe even put you in alignment with a job that is in your heart, that does feel very purposeful for you. All right, Cheyenne, big hugs. You got this. And I know it's easier said than done with the whole worrying thing. It can be very stressful, job searching and not having that income. Very stressful. So big hugs. You got this. My boy, my water grandtrine child, had a rough few days. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a child who was born on a new moon. He's a Scorpio new moon of all new moons, and he's been in his feels lately. Of course, his birthday is in 8 days. My poor baby. No, 9 days. Wait, he was born the 19th. That's 8 days. Yeah. See, 19th is 8 days away from today. My baby's gonna be 8. You're so welcome, Cheyenne. Okay, next up we have Florence, and we had a couple more donations coming in. We have one from Michelle Lynn, and then Get to Like a Ray. So I'm going to go ahead and get our list here. So Florence is kicking us off right after Cheyenne here. I think she had left her question, if I'm not mistaken. But Florence, just let us know you're here. So if you're not here, I will timestamp it. But if you are here, then we'll just do this thing now. So Michelle, Lynn, and then get to let go. Hooray! All right, that is our current lineup. Wonderful ladies. Okay, Florence B is here. So let's go to my PayPal. Oh, I think maybe it was at the beginning of the chat you left your question. Let me scroll up. Yeah, that's where you leave it for me. Okay, so hey, here's my question. I'm going through a really difficult time right now. Aw. Can my guides give me some guidance? And if it will take a long time to heal from this. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna tune into the energy of everything Florence is feeling and going through right now. Let's please tune into that energy, spirit. For Florence, be tuning into her loving energy, just everything she has going on energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and everything in between, all those nooks and crannies. Let's tune into that energy. What does she need to know? Ooh. Well, you want to know if you're going to be healing from it? You got the healing card. Absolutely. And you're the one taking control of your healing. You're the one in charge here. And I know when we feel like this, we feel like anything but in control or in charge of the situation whatsoever. But really, I'm reading this more as your higher self stepping in to allow things. Sometimes we feel these just rock bottom, yucky, depressing energies because we are out of alignment with what our soul is calling us to do. That could be in a relationship, a job, a situation, living in a specific location that just doesn't resonate anymore, in friendships that don't resonate anymore. And not to say these people are bad or these locations or anything are bad, they're just no longer for us. And Spirit's now taking me back to this little analogy they keep giving me in the pick a card readings is it's like when you grow a foot size when you're especially as a child. I don't know too many adults that grow in foot size usually, unless pregnancy, sometimes that can do it. But when you're a child and you outgrow your shoes, it's very uncomfortable to run and play and skip and hop and run around with your friends. It's very, very uncomfortable. But once you go to the shoe store with your parent or parents and get fitted for new shoes, you feel like you could conquer the world. So really, us kind of outgrowing those older versions of ourselves are kind of the physical equality of us going around in shoes that are too small. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun. And maybe sometimes we don't know, in our conscious mind, oh, I should probably go to the shoe store and get something that fits better. We just think I need to keep plugging away at this old energy and putting effort in these old relationships or this stagnation, try to make it alive again. And sometimes it's okay just to let things be and allow yourself to feel scummy and yucky but we don't. That's the thing. There's a fine line between allowing ourselves to feel something and just becoming it or allowing it to consume us to the point where we can't identify as anything but the yuckiness that we feel. So let's get some words of advice and wisdom from Florence on how she can move through this, because I'm already hearing and seeing it. I'm hearing this too shall pass. So this is one of the strongest things, that one of the biggest words of advice I could give anybody going through anything that you're just like, get me out of here yesterday. I don't like it. It feels gross. Jesus, take the wheel kind of energy is, this is a powerful thing you can do for yourself. If you're someone who can visualize, close your eyes. You can do this just in a few moments, a few minutes, or put some music on, lay down, just get in lotus position, however you meditate, and picture this. You in a river, flowing with the river. And, river, that energy with the rapids and the river, that can be very scary, especially if you're someone who's scared of water, right? So you're like clinging to a rock, or you're grasping at things floating by, logs and otters. I don't know what's in the river, things that are floating by you. And instead of like struggling against the current, trying to swim away or, against it, and everything's going against you, just surrender to it. It's like you're surrendering to the flow of the river or life or the situation or whatever it is, the feelings, the, depression, surrendering into it and asking. That's part of it. Surrendering to it, flowing with it, and then asking, what are you teaching me? What do I need to do to overcome? And I'd say 9 times, sometimes 10 times out of 10, I will get the answers I need in the coming days. I just tune in and ask my inner guidance, what do I need to do to learn these lessons or overcome? And I almost always am awarded with the idea or the epiphany to flow myself out of it because it doesn't feel good being in it. So of course we all want out of it. And then we have Queen of Wands. So you've got King of Swords and Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands is that beautiful creative queen. I mean, she's finding creative solutions. So maybe getting into your creative, put your creative hat on. Do something creative, coloring, drawing, painting, reorganizing your bedroom and decorating. I don't know, anything creative, writing, journaling. Um, help me out, anybody? Anything you enjoy that's creative, or even things that you've always wanted to try, never tried. Florence, one of the best ways to get yourself out of a funk is just to try something new, especially if it's creative, even better. And another thing you can do with this combination would be to travel somewhere, even if it's just a little day trip in your city or wherever. Just go somewhere you've never been within the city, or to a coffee shop you've never been to, or a restaurant or a store you've never been to, just to get that energy flowing in a positive, or at the very least, more neutral position than where you've been. So let's see if we can get some further guidance or advice for Florence in moving through. Look, safe and happy travel. So they're really wanting you to travel if it's at all possible for you. Again, even if it's just around your city, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a long distance away. But you have safe and happy travel here, protection from harm when journeying. So yes, Spirit really wants you to get out there and be somewhere. What else for Florence, please? Achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. So you're going to achieve success in overcoming this kind of funk that you're in, this kind of yucky feeling you're in. Let's just see if there's any additional guidance. And I have been, for all of you out there, and I'm sure some of you can relate, I've really been feeling the ancestral energy. I went on a deep dive. I'm going to get back to your reading in about 2 seconds, but I'm going to share a quick little personal story, Florence. Yesterday, out of nowhere, I got the idea that, hey, I need to film an intuitive test video for the Done Creative. And those of you that know, I haven't been on the Done Creative since October 17th when I pulled the plug. And I didn't know 100% if I was going back or what I was even going to upload over there. I'm still kind of unsure what the long-term strategy is over there, if there is one, or if I should walk away. Like, I don't know. But I did that. And then I started to kind of research something for another intuitive exercise I want to do. And that took me in a rabbit hole on my own ancestry, like big time. And discovered some pretty nasty things in the family tree about 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there, generations back, that aren't proven but kind of speculated. And of course my intuition was like, yeah, that's definitely what it was, and just made me feel really gross and not good about the blood running through my veins. And then I traced 2 sides of the same family tree. It's my mom's dad's side, which I never met him. She barely met him. But I traced 2 different family lines back, and I did hit some dead ends. So I kind of go back and then forward on the mother line, and then back and then forward on that other father line, back and back and back and back and back, and went all the way back on one line. So there's one thing that was uncovered that blew my mind. My jaw was on the floor. I'm not sharing it because it's for me for now. It's just for me for now. But the other one that I took my mother's father's line, and I went down a lot of the maternal lines, because we're always tasked with, oh yeah, follow the paternal line, because that's the name that keeps carrying forward. At least in the U.S., that's how it's usually done. But I carried it back. I went through a lot of different mother lines. I just allowed my intuition to guide me back and back and back and back. And I was using the site familysearch.org. And then that took me, once I kind of hit a brick wall with that, it was a pretty prominent person in history. It was a governor or assistant governor in Plymouth, Massachusetts, called Sir John Atwood, or Sir something Atwood. And then there was another family member, Peter Brown, that came over on the Mayflower. So I always wondered, well, Mayflower's descendant? I don't know. But I followed that back. But then I followed that Brown family, the Mayflower descendant, back, through also some maternal lines. Again, I think people just go paternal. Potato, potato, potato. But I uncovered all the way back till the very last one was from Finland, the king of Finland, Fornjot, the ancient giant, king of Nevenland, so Norwegian, Scandinavian, Finland, this person, which I always thought was a mythical person. I didn't realize this was a real person, but my family line traced back here and it just blew my mind, like blew my mind. But the other one, then I uncovered, blew my mind completely out of the water, but I got major chills, it resonated, and I knew it was the truth, but there's a way to probably prove it, even though the wow, just huge, just huge. Okay, sorry, I ancestors have been a thing. So there's a lot of ancestral healing. Wounds from, the disgusting things our ancestors have done. Also the beautiful things are in the gifts and the talents and the healing abilities and all of that that other ancestors have allowed to flow forward. It's not all bad, it's not all good. It's a mixed bag. Every single person on this planet has a mixed bag of ancestral backlog. Everyone. Good, bad, and everything in between. So that might be a lot of why you're feeling this heaviness, this depression, is because you are clearing a backlog of just toxicity from the ancestral line. So let's see any words of advice for Florence. Any closing words of advice or wisdom? Yeah, exactly. This is leading you to your own empowerment. You are, clearing that baggage from the family line to feel this sense of empowerment. And even if you're someone who's like, yeah, I don't really feel much of a connection to my ancestors. Of course, I always felt a connection to certain very, close in generation ancestors, like my mom's mom, my grandma, um, even her mom and her mom, even though I only met her mom, I was terrified of her mom. She was scary. And I never met my great great grandma on my mom's side. But I still felt this pull toward their ancestry, and I had almost zero pull toward most of my dad's ancestry, um, and did feel a bit of a pull toward my mom's dad's ancestry, but it's because I know there's two famous people um, in that family line. Which one of them is Aaron Paul. He actually plays Jesse Pinkman on Breaking Bad. So he's like I don't know how many back cousin of mine. I don't personally know him or anything, but just we have the same common ancestor. Yeah. So there's that. And I just felt that pull just because also an ex-boyfriend of mine is kind of in my family line, but like I think it was 12 generations back. So it's not like, oh, we're real cousins. We're like way removed cousins. So, but that was kind of creepy to discover. But yeah, even if you don't feel very called to any of your ancestry, it's calling to you now. That's how it's been for me lately. I'm like, I don't really care. Not like, oh, I don't care. I do care. On a deep level, I do care. But like on a day-to-day, run-of-the-mill, living my life, I didn't care so much to even know who was in my family tree. I mean, there are times I'll go through where I'm like, I want to research, I want to know everything. And then other times I'm like, yeah, I really don't care. But like in a nonchalant way, not in a, I deeply don't care. I do care, but but lately I care. I want to know everything, the good, bad, everything in between. And look what came out again, Florence. Okay. And look, they want you to travel. It's going to really help empower you and help you get out of this funk if it's at all possible to travel. And she's pregnant here. So it's like traveling will bring forward this seed of opportunity that you can plant and birth and create something completely new for yourself and for your life through this beautiful energy. But there's so much for all of you out there listening, so much truth to be uncovered through your family lines, even if you don't know where to start. If you have your grandparents' name and any of that, go over to, and this is actually run by, I think, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which on my mom's dad's side, they were in the Mormon line. They were some of the founding members, which kind of, again, no knock against anyone who is Mormon, but it kind of creeps me out, or has creeped me out, knowing that they were, in the founding members of that church, and just what I know on a deeper level of just the more sinister things that goes on in that church. Again, if you are Mormon, and you can completely just shut out everything I'm saying. I'm not trying to call anyone out or, be biased against anyone because everyone's got their mission, but it was kind of a, I don't, no, thank you. I don't need to look into that. And last night I just dove right through, and that was, I think, the breakthrough I needed to just see through kind of the yuckiness of what was going on. He was a polygamist and had 5 wives and 48 kids. Dudley Levitt was his name. Those that want to go research all the craziness he did, it's kind of disgusting, but yeah. I went past that and into some really beautiful territory, and I'm glad I pushed through and faced the truth of what I knew to be true, just on a deeper level. So yeah. It's hard. It's hard facing those wounds, even though we knew we weren't personally responsible for the things these ancestors have done. But it's like we still carry that tainted badge of honor, and not a badge of dishonor, I should say. You know, it doesn't feel good. But to get past that and dive back further to more positive people that we can point back to in history and just be like, wow, their blood also runs through my veins. I can't. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Again, I'm not going to say who I'm pointing way back to, but it changed a lot of things for me, and I don't know. I don't know, like, even where to start with that. I didn't think it was even possible to go back that far in generations. 70 generations back. Holy crap. I didn't think it was possible, but I did, and I'm blown away. Sorry, enough about me. To me, it's not even about me, though. It's such a collective theme that we are getting the truth of our lineage, because so many of us have been lied to about the human, the whole, starting from the missing link of, quote unquote, evolution and everything. Humanity in a nutshell, like in an all-encompassing vat, I guess you could call it, vat of soup, has been lied to about their true origins on many levels. And many of us just not knowing who we spring forth from, or, what back and back and back, how many generations, what we come from, good, bad, and everything in between. It's almost a hindrance for us. And when we can finally discover the truth, look, the truth and the truth, I didn't even realize this. Clarity and truth and truth. When we can discover that truth, it's like we can carry that as a sort of, cutting out the things that we know aren't good for that family line anymore, and then carrying forth the beauty that was once part of that family line. It's like we can wear both proudly, and overcome the bad proudly. Okay, wow, that was my soapbox moment for the day. Sorry about that. Okay, Michelle Lynn, let's get into your question, my dear. It's just really hot in here right now because the heater's on under my chair, and I get hot when I channel spirits, so there it is. General, near future, please. I'm also curious with the card you pulled. Is it one-sided? Are they heartbroken? I was getting that vibe that they also are heartbroken and thinking about you. If the heartbreak is old, they're still just maybe thinking about you, or there's, subconsciously there's things coming up for them to heal surrounding your connection, because it's a two-way street. When one pulls that heartstring, the other will feel it. Again, maybe not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, there's a connection. But when you cut those cords, yes, there's still some sort of energetic connection in a way that certain cords could never be cut, no matter how much of our human aspect tries as they might to cut them. But we do what we can as humans and leave the rest up to our higher self to figure out what we need. But yeah, we're going to get into that for you, Michelle Lynn. And our candle is still going strong over here with our beautiful intentions being set out up in smoke to the ether to bring us whatever intention we set. Okay, so Michelle Lynn, general near future, please. Let's start there. General near future for Michelle Lynn. Well, you're feeling empowered. You're feeling, very grounded in what you're trying to accomplish. So a lot of things that felt very idea-like, or, yeah, that'd be nice sometime. You're going to start plucking these ideas or these inspirations out of the ether and planting the seeds for them. This could be new job opportunities. This could be like your physical strength and health coming back up, or, prioritizing that, literally moving or putting down roots somewhere new. The queen she's already got a lot of life experience under her belt. She knows things. She's got wisdom from the past. And then she's being presented with this new opportunity of the Ace of Pentacles. She's going to be much more equipped to plant this seed and actually see it become something great than, say, the Page of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. And she doesn't have to wait. Like that Knight of Pentacles, yes, they're very meticulous and careful, but they have to wait a very long time because they don't have the experience. They're gaining that experience as they go. But she's already got that experience under her belt. So she can just kind of hit the ground running with this new opportunity that's presented. So that's what I see for you, is this new opportunity coming through that is going to be such a like key player in like a big shift for your life in the near future. Let's see if we can get an idea of what area of life this shift is happening for Michelle. Obviously, it's in the material world. Ooh, Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. So this is surrounding your home, which, you know, that's moving energy, or, you know, feeling at home where you're at. So maybe even finding a new home, a new residence, or new friendships, or maybe reigniting old friendships, or the ones that you are already friends with, you're just strengthening those even deeper. But, you know, the things that make you feel good, the home that you have everywhere you go on this planet is your physical vessel. So your physical strength, your health, your vitality, that's really what's shaping up for you. Yeah, I would love to get my health back so I can have the confidence to apply to jobs. My self-esteem has been really low. Yeah, let's see if there's any words of advice from Spirit for you to get that self-esteem and get that like physical vitality going for yourself. For Michelle Lynn, what does she need to know about that? Yeah, speak it into being. I heard just speak it into being. Act as if. Because like that fake it till you make it. I used to hate that. Like, oh, fake it till you make it. I feel like such a fraud, such imposter syndrome. But when you can tap back into that fact that you are a limitless being having a human experience, it really opens so many doors for yourself, I should say. What else does she need to know? Words of advice to, you know, feel that confidence or to gain that momentum to be able to put herself back out there and apply for jobs. Okay. So it's very interesting. This is a decision point. There's going to be a choice you have coming up. And this might even be just a spur of the moment, like just overwhelming urge to start something or to just start making moves or just start applying. It's just this motivation that just comes at you like that, just out of nowhere. And oh my gosh, what's the guy's name? I deal with like chronic procrastination, like my whole life. If it's something I'm involved and invested and excited about, I will jump right in and I will blood, sweat, and tears that thing and completely ignore everything else in my life until that project is complete or whatever it is. But then there are other things I know I need to do or should do or even want to do sometimes that I just can't find the motivation. So I keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. But one of the best, I guess, meditations that I found to help break me out of that funk is this guy. His name is Wolfgang something. Let me just see if I can search it and I'll let you know. Let's see. Wolfgang motivation meditation. Let's see, it should come up. I'm hoping. Please, please, please. Well, this is the guy. This is the guy. Tools for Ascension by Wolfgang. I'm not seeing the exact video. Let me see. But let me just go to his channel and search it that way. So, oops. Bear with me. Sorry. I want to get this for you because it's like a 10-minute meditation and I just feel so inspired. Like the second you click off of the meditation, just go, just do it. Just the thing that seems like that mountain to climb, just start. Man. Well, this is the guy. Tools for Ascension by Wolfgang. That's his channel. He's a cool German dude. And it's like a motivation meditation. And it's like 10 minutes long is all. But I'm not finding it on here for some weird reason. I don't want to take up everyone's time any longer, but if I do find it, I will email you. I'm pretty sure I have your email, Michelle Lynn, because it's a good one. And it's one I often forget is in like my arsenal of tools I can use to get out of that kind of funk energy or procrastination energy. But yeah, there's a big choice point coming up that you're going to be, I won't say forced, because this feels like you're inspired to make a move, to start something. And it just feels like one day you're just like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm just going to start right now. Even if it's just the tiniest baby step forward, I'm going to apply to one job today. Or, I'm going to just take the day to write out all of my frustrations and why I feel stuck, or, just starting something, just putting something on paper, just solidifying something somewhere to help yourself start moving. Yeah, let's get that heartbreak energy. Any advice for that? Too many, but thanks. I appreciate the enthusiasm cards. That heartbreak energy. Wow. Yeah, you almost feel like you have to defend yourself or to your past self or to the energy that's coming in. You almost feel bombarded with it, like it just came out of nowhere and you're just like, I don't like this. It's 111 on my clock. But yeah, this is gonna pass. This is not something that's gonna last too long. But we have the sun that's also clarifying this card. So the sun is, just being in joy, being in your heart, being, in that inner child energy, just allowing yourself to feel joy or do things that bring you joy. Creativity is a very creative card, very Leo energy, hanging out with friends that have Leo in their chart, or wherever the house of Leo is in your chart, which I think in your chart it is the fifth house, if I'm not mistaken, which is your creative endeavors. No, not your fifth house, your 11th house. That'd be your 11th house, because you're Libra ascendant like me. If I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, that'd be your 11th house, which is friendships. Putting yourself out there again, connecting with people. But let's see specifically for that heartbreak with that one person from her past. Anything else she needs to know about that connection? Yeah, you're working through releasing, and I know that's a word I'm trying not to use anymore, but letting go of the need for things to have been different than they were. Because that's a thing, with my best friend John that passed away. There's so many woulda, shoulda, couldas. If I'd only done this or told him that, or if I'd have, I just play all these scenarios in my head. Like if I could have just said this one more thing to him or done that or said that. And then I heard, he came in, he's like, well, you still can do that. Play it through, play the scenario through in your head with the outcome that you wanted to experience, to be able to heal and close that out. Doesn't mean that that person's coming back into your life. And most likely in this scenario, he's not. But it'll help you heal that chapter. It'll help you at least feel peace or neutrality when you think of him. It won't be such a triggering woulda, shoulda, coulda, or sadness or, whatever. It'll just be like, oh yeah, him. Very, very neutral. You're neutralizing it. Any other additional words or advice before we close out for Michelle Lynn? I did not get it yet. I know, I need to get on that. I really do. But for now, we have SuperChat and PayPal. Michelle Lynn, expand your capacity for blessings. It's impossible to count the innumerable blessings you have in your life, but try anyway. What you appreciate appreciates in value. I like the little play on words there. This is the secret sauce for magnetizing even more, for which to be grateful. So instead of course, when you're healing through a connection, of course, they are front and center on your mind. But once you can kind of release the binds that this person's energy has on you of the past, you can free up that mental real estate to, bring in more connections with new potential love partners or potential friendships. And you won't have time to sit around ruminating and wishing and wanting things to be different, because you're healing through that, and you're gonna find new connections. I mean, the name of the game here, there's a lot of new friendships and connections that want to meet you, that want to come into your, energy, your awareness. But there's still some healing you're doing, or some, belief systems, ego patterns. We all get in these things that you're overcoming, that you're healing through. Right. One final word of message or guidance for Michelle Lynn on this heartbreak energy. Closing that cycle out. Yeah, you are. You're going to do it. You're going to be able to close that cycle out, because it's literally a new beginning. What does she need to do to close the cycle out? Take a leap of faith in a new direction. Make that major choice to just start your happily ever after, your tomorrow. Start your tomorrow today, whenever that motivation strikes. And fun fact, motivation doesn't tend to strike most of the time. So we kind of have to just start, kind of fake it till you make it with the motivation, and then you kind of gain the momentum and motivation along the way. I know I'm one of those people. Sometimes I just have to take my mind, and because I will spin something in my head for months thinking, oh, it's gonna be so difficult. Where am I even gonna find the time to do that thing or to reach out to that person or to do whatever? And I spin it, and I've spent so much of my mental real estate and my time and my effort and my attention thinking about it, so much so that I probably spent 10 more times like amount of time on that thinking and processing and how am I going to go about it than if I were to just freaking do it, you know? So I do it too. I do it too. And I catch myself. That's the gift in it, is when you can catch yourself doing these things and procrastinating and spinning it and making excuses for ourselves, because we've all done it. We've all been there, and we'll all continue to do it and continue to be there. It's just showing up for yourself and not allowing yourself to be a victim of past circumstance anymore, which again, been there, and just saying no more. I start today. And then you start. Even though you don't feel very motivated to start, you just start. I know it's like, oh, that sounds so easy. It sounds easy, sure, but it's not easy to do. But you just roll those sleeves up and then do it. And then you show up the next day and do another thing on that, path. And then you do another thing down that path. And before you know it, you're a mile down the road and you're like, we're going places. And I feel good about it. I'm actually excited. I wake up in the morning ready to hit the ground running to go on this path. You kind of have to fake it till you make it to get yourself down the path. That's really what the energy is presenting here, both for you just getting out of that rut and being able to, get out of the job and everything and the home, have your own place or, a different living situation, and also with overcoming things from the past, the heartbreak, because really they may seem like, 3, 4, 5, 10 different areas of life, but really they're all interconnected in ways we just can't fathom in the human experience. That it's all connected. It's all connected. All right, Michelle Lynn, I hope that resonated. Big hugs. It's not an easy energy to get out of, so I can totally empathize with that. I've been there so many times myself. So many. Okay. Absolutely, get to Leka. Yeah, writing down the sad incidents can help release the pain forever. I write a story on my painful chapter online. I could heal from the pain. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really powerful how our words can help heal us as well. Just writing them down. All right, that all being said, get to Leka. It's your turn. And you wanted some advice and guidance on what changes are coming up next in life and how are the lunar eclipse energies affecting me. For Get to Leka, tuning in to Get to Leka's energy. So that was words and wisdom. Oh, advice and guidance. That's words. Advice and guidance on what changes are coming up next in life. Thank you, Jamie. You're going to be right after Get to Leka, so it shouldn't be too long. Advice and guidance on what changes are coming up in life and how the lunar eclipse energies are affecting Get to Leka. Okay. Well, we've got, I was about to say there's more, I'm picking up hints of more ancestral work going on here. And then we have the legacy / ancestors card, plus creating a new stable foundation for yourself and the legacy you're creating to leave future, ancestors, I guess. What do we call people from the past? Descendants of us and our family line. Descendants. You're creating a beautiful legacy for those that come after you. Even if you don't have your own children, these could be nieces and nephews and cousins and their family lines back like that. But this is also a card of promotion and abundance coming in, and even I'm really seeing family and spiritual abundance really coming online for you in a big way. Because I'm seeing multiple generations here on the card. So I don't know, Get to Leka, are you someone who does help your parents out financially? Or if it's not your parents, maybe even other younger people in the family? I'm seeing a little child here. If you are financially helping someone in the family, this money is going to go a long way. But there is a fine line between helping someone in the family financially and then them becoming dependent on it and expecting it There's a very fine line. So that that's interesting. We're picking up on that financial thing, and we had the bear card for you, something about financial worries or something like that. But again, I don't feel this is money you're spending or doing. Could be family members' money, family members' legacy or inheritance or something like this. You'll have to tell me if that even resonates. I never comment on it. Yes. Okay. Then And then this is happy home. This is majorly intertwined. Taking care of the family, taking care of parents, taking care of other family members, helping out. This is part of your soul mission, even though it feels like a very just human, mundane mission, just giving people money to help them out from the kindness of your heart. It is such a part of your spiritual path, is helping others financially that need your help. And again, I see that most of them are very grateful for the help you provide for them. They're not just sitting there with their hands out, like expecting things. No, they're very, they're like bowing down to you on some level, conscious or otherwise, just very grateful for what you do for them. And they know they couldn't do it without you. Yeah, you are such a gift to your family, and not just your family. Anywhere you spend that money, or if you're donating to causes, or giving money in charity or anything like that. But it can be, when you feel that there is someone that has in the past or is currently taking advantage of that beautiful, loving, soulful kindness that you provide, that can be very painful, like to carry. Only God knows my worries and pain. In this section, I have never spoken about it. Aw. But this is right here. I love that this is coming up, because this eclipse energy is really highlighting for you who you should continue to give to, and who maybe you can start pulling back from giving so much of yourself to. And it doesn't just have to be money. It can be your attention, your love. Not to say, oh, pull back your love, but if there's someone who's using you or toxic to you, they don't deserve your best foot forward. They don't deserve that beautiful energy. You can love them from a distance. You don't have to allow them to take from you. Kind of like an energy vampire situation. And there might even be someone at work that you work with that this eclipse really triggered them to be very needy on you, or very draining of your energy. And you'll know this by when you hear this person's voice, or you see their face, or they walk by you. You just feel this kind of like tightening in your stomach, or just like, oh, your voice it just does something to my ears. I just don't want to hear your voice. That's how you'll know who's kind of draining your energy. At first, they might show up as someone you just are excited about, and it's fun to be around them. But after a while, your intuition really starts to kick in. But I'm specifically seeing this as like someone at work, or someone you see on the day-to-day, or kind of like work week, someone you come into contact with during the work week. What else does Gift-Luck need to know? Well, more family, but this is just happy emotional connections. Again, those in the family that are very grateful to you and what you provide, both with your love, your abundance, your financial help. It's going to carry out way beyond this lifetime and into other lifetimes as really beautiful, positive karma for you. Not to say that you have to be a martyr in this life and give everything you've ever received to help everybody else but you. No, you're also needing to give to yourself, because you are also part of your own family. You are part of your soul family. You're part of your blood family. You deserve just as much, maybe in this case, if not more than others, but you are someone who would rather give the shirt off your back than to see anyone else go without. And you're just finding ways to really balance that energy to where you're going to know who deserves your beauty and your abundance, and maybe who you can kind of start pulling back those purse strings and your beautiful light from. Sometimes I feel what will happen to me when I'm old. Oh, you're gonna have you've taken care of so many other people. There's gonna be plenty of people there to help take care of you. So let's get into one more message for Gift-Luck. Anything else she needs to know about these eclipse energies, how it's affecting her. We have Stag, Trust and Thrive. And like I said, You were that energy, that person that would just give the shirt off your back to help everyone else. But you're trusting and being able to thrive in both the abundance you're bringing in, but also the love, because it's not just a you giving this abundance out. In exchange for that abundance, there's a lot of love coming toward you from these people. So that stag energy, you're trusting and thriving. But this is you trusting your intuition, who to give to, who to pull back from as well, because it's just as valid you giving as you not giving, because if you give to the wrong people, it could take away from the right people, if that makes sense. So yeah, you're just really tuning in and knowing who needs your love and support and money and whatever, and who just doesn't, which is a very powerful thing you're learning at this time. So yeah, that's awesome. I just want one more though. One more for Get to Lecca, and then we'll keep going. One more. All right, Erica Marie, thank you. You will be right after Jamie Wilson. And Jamie, actually, you can post your question, my dear. And then we'll get into that right after Get to Lecca's last card here. And then we'll get into Erica Marie's one card read. All right. Get to Lecca, closing message, please. Anything else she needs to know with these energies? Ooh, abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. 10 of Pentacles yet again. There's so much good karma, good love, money, abundance coming to you and the ones you love with this energy. It's just been a major transformation of allowing the floodgates of good karma to come through for you and those you love. Where before maybe things felt held back, or you wished you could have given more or done more. You're amplifying just how much you're going to be able to give, not just money wise, but like with your love and just your beautiful energy, if that makes sense. So, wow, that was really powerful. Wow, very powerful. I don't even know if I can put into words how cool that was. Oh, I can do Erica's first if I'd rather. Oh, no worries. Yeah, if Erica wants to go first, that's a beautiful, beautiful gesture from Jamie to let Erica go first. So if Erica wants to post her question, we'll get right into it, and then we'll get into Jamie's right after that. But thanks again, Get to Lecca, for your lovely donation. It's always a pleasure to read for you, my dear. Big hugs. Your family, if they don't say it enough, they feel it. Just know that they feel that beautiful gratitude to you for all that you do for them. Not just financially, but just with your beautiful light is so powerful. Oh, it's in the super chat. Perfect. I will scroll back up. What's going to happen to me financially soon? Wow. Get to Lecca just had a very powerful financial reading. But let's just see for Erica Marie what's coming or going on for her. What's going to happen to her financially soon? What does she need to know about her finances? What's going on for Erica Marie financially soon? Ooh. So right now you just might be, I don't know if worried is the right word, but I guess I'll just say worried. Worried about maybe not so much the bills, but just how much money you have coming in, and maybe even dreams you have, but it's going to require more finances, more abundance to be able to pull these dreams off. But with that coming in also is a beautiful, divinely inspired idea. Pairing this combination here, you're going to have an idea that starts out, it might even feel like your own thought process, but to me, this is your higher self, or even quite possibly spirit guides, plopping this beautiful idea or this seed of an opportunity or idea that you can plant to create much more abundance in your life, more abundance than you've ever experienced till now. Especially because Spirit's showing me, Erica, maybe you once had this job that paid more than, say, what you're making now, and you're just like, man, I didn't really love the job, but the money was great. I wish I could do what I want in this specific regard and actually make even more money than that. That opportunity actually is coming for you. Let's just see if they have any specific way or just advice, wisdom, guidance in the direction for her finances. They are definitely looking up, but it's coming from a new idea, a divinely inspired and also protected idea. This might be something you want to keep this hush hush. If this is some sort of business idea or project, something creative, I would only tell very, very trusted people, because this idea is so good, someone might want to come take it. But let's just see financially. Idea aside and all of that, just financially, what does she need to know? Yeah, because this is what you're feeling. There's a lot of overwhelm here. This really builds or, tells the story deeper. What we were kind of tuning in, like, yeah, maybe worry isn't the right word, but I think maybe it is the right word with this combination. Maybe even confused. How can I even bring more money in? How can I bring more money in? I have only this amount of time and I'm already doing this and that and that and that. I just don't have enough time in a day to bring in more money. Exactly. Not the way that things are going currently. There's going to be an idea that shifts everything for you. And you are protected as you make these changes. Even if it looks like, well, I have to leave that job or, that income isn't coming in anymore. Now what? You're protected. You're protected through this kind of transition time from where you're at to where you want to be. Let's just see any further closing arguments or messages from Spirit about Erica's financial, what's happening in her finances. Yeah, because I think right now, and even in the near future, things, they might feel a little tight. I know the whole thing going on in the world, that R word, recession, everybody's kind of saying, and, things are kind of seeming scary. Just if you look at the collective or watch any news, which I don't, but, I get little whispers of things that are, kind of going on out there. This could be a scary time, but it doesn't have to be for you because you have so much protection around you. And staying out of that fear. And I know, again, when you're in a financial pinch or things are feeling tight or unsure, uneasy about your financial future, it can be very scary. It can be so easy to focus on, oh my gosh, what if, what if, what if, what if? But you're being asked to tune in and turn around and focus on the gifts, the gratitude, the abundance that's already in your life, because that's going to help expand it even more. And that will allow these beautiful, divinely inspired ideas to come in for you. One more closing word of advice. Ooh. Yeah, divine timing. So trust that in divine timing, your finances really are shaping up for you. You are right on time, exactly where you are supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're on track in the sweet spot nexus of your life, and your destiny is unfolding according to your part of the grand plan to create heaven on earth. But I really do see this as you deciding to make a major shift in the way that you make money, or maybe including a new stream of income that is going to increase those finances. But I think right now you might even be like, how am I even going to find the time in a day to have another income stream? Like I've spent so much time doing all this other. Where there's a will, there's a way. You're finding a new opportunity or a new avenue. Maybe you're completely changing things up completely. There's potential here for many different outcomes, but they're all basically pointing to you feeling very, I just like sigh of relief energy with your finances, and even beyond what you thought would be possible for you. But it's going to take some time because we've got divine timing also at play here. But in the meantime, I would say just to try to face any lack mentalities you have or limiting beliefs surrounding money. Specifically, if you did grow up in a family that has these specific beliefs, like you got to work hard for your money, money doesn't grow on trees, every man for himself, all these different things that as kids we're kind of programmed to believe that, it's you just have to basically work until you die to make anything of your life. And that's just simply not true. So look off the back of the deck, new opportunity for money. So I would say for right now, things will continue to feel a little, I'd rather this be better. But it's starting from the inside of you and gonna then start to be reflected in the outside. So as you start to have faith in you, and what I was telling Cheyenne, her reading was similar to this because she's kind of on a job hunt and kind of on crunch time with her finances as well. Hers was the first question I answered at the beginning, if you want to scroll back and listen to some of her guidance that came through. But I basically was telling her, the more we can just tune into the fact that we are limitless beings having a human experience, it makes these little nuances, well, little to us, they're huge to the human, but little to the soul. Little nuances of, being able to pay bills and put food on a table and make the money we need. It makes them feel very small and insignificant. But of course, when we're in the human condition, it feels very real and very in our face that if we don't have that money coming in, then there's no food on the table. There's no bills being paid. Powers are being shut off. And it can get very stressful very quick. So it's all about trying to, not love and light it away. No, we're facing the problem head on, but we're also feeling the gratitude for the things we do have in our lives. That can then start to really build this beautiful orb of light in our heart center that will then start bringing that abundance in, because like attracts like. Right. Yes, Linda, I absolutely am. Totally. And it's not too long of a wait either, because we got Jamie Lynn up now, and then I think that was the last donation I have. Yeah, so Jamie Lynn, and then Linda, if she wants to get on the list today. Okay, so let me go back up. Sounds good, Linda. We will hit you back up in a second. Let me go to Jamie Lynn's question. Sorry, Jamie Lynn. I always call you Jamie Lynn, and I don't mean to. There was another Jamie Lynn. Jamie Wilson. Okay. Are my boyfriend and I going to be okay? How long will we be together? How is our current living situation? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is treat each of these as like a one card, because that's a lot to get into, and I don't want to just basically do one question and then be like, oh yeah, this and this. So I'm going to do, for question 1, are my boyfriend and I going to be okay? What is her answer or response, please, Spirit? And then how is the current living situation going to work out? Oh, how long will we be together? Second question. How's the current living situation? There it is. Things are shifting. Ooh, in a good way. And then should I buy inventory and start a business? Okay, we've got them laid out. The only one I saw was that third question. So first question, are my boyfriend and I going to be okay? There's a patience here. It's funny because there's been a lot of recalibrating. That's a word that just keeps coming up in my vocabulary lately for the energies of, as we ascend, as we level up, as these cosmic energies come in, they shake up the areas of relationships, situations, jobs, the way we're living our lives, our just day-to-day mode of operation. They shake up what is no longer working. Doesn't mean the relationship is no longer working. It just means certain dynamics within relationships or jobs or our day-to-day routine or whatever are no longer working. So you're finding new ways to connect to each other. Prioritizing date nights, I know, with a baby and a toddler, that's almost just non-existent. Like, haha, good one, Amanda, date night. Aren't you cute? Finding a way to make it happen. Even if you don't leave the house and you just make a candlelit dinner when the kids are in bed. Something as simple as that. I know, again, we've got the Spirit is being kind of crude. The boner killer of the father, energy in the house as well. So it's not like, even if the babies are asleep, now the father-in-law, your husband's or boyfriend's father is there. So it's like you can have a romantic date, but there he is on the couch. Okay. So it's about having patience for this season of life, while at the same time knowing things are shifting, knowing things are changing. At least for now, I would say things are going to be okay. It's just having patience and finding new ways to cultivate that spark, that love that you have for each other. And it's going to feel like hard work for a while, which isn't a bad thing. It's good to put that elbow grease into our relationships once in a while, right? So for your second question, how long will you be together? Hello, Sandy. I just now saw you. Hi. Love you. I hope everything is going well. I miss you. Yes. So how long will you be together? Okay. So we have the Six of Swords here. Now don't freak out. I have a feeling you're going to, if this recalibration thing doesn't, and I feel like you're on board for the recalibration and maybe he isn't, or maybe he doesn't understand why we can't just keep on keeping on, why we can't just status quo this relationship and it's fine. What are you complaining about kind of energy? There might be that you are just kind of pulling your energy back. Like, fine, I'll focus on myself for a while. I'll just heal myself for a while. And it doesn't feel like a breakup, but it almost feels like you're kind of going your separate ways within the same household, energetically speaking, so that you can check in with what your heart wants and needs most at this time, if that makes sense. So how long will you be together? I'd say over the next 6 months, you guys are working again to recalibrate, and Jamie, I would just say you're kind of going back to dating yourself, getting to know yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, doing things for yourself. I know it sounds selfish, but really, when we are fulfilled from the inside out, then is the time we don't expect our partner to fill those voids within us. So you're actually doing Mickey a favor by loving yourself first and then being able to show up in the relationship for him. And that will almost kind of force his hand to put in the work and the effort into into himself, because he's half of the relationship, and then he can put forth more effort in the relationship. Because I see, maybe you've even thought this or said this out loud to him, maybe, that if it wasn't for me, I don't even think we'd be together. I'm the one doing this, I'm the one doing that, I'm the one doing this, I'm the one doing that, and you barely show up for this relationship. It's like on the back burner of your life and da da da. Like that's kind of the energy that you feel. It may not be true, or he may be like, that's a total lie, that's not how it is, but that's how you feel energetically in this combination. Like, I'm the one, pumping to staying alive. That song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, the CPR. I'm the one pumping this relationship to keep it going when it feels like I'm the only one showing up. Like you can't even breathe to keep the relationship going. That's how this is reading. It's true. I can't even get a back rub. Aw, big hugs. That's not fair. So you give yourself your back rub. You date yourself. You treat yourself. You love yourself. You nurture yourself. You pleasure yourself. You do all the things for yourself, sweet lady. And he might get jealous that you're dating someone else that's you, and want a little in on that. But it's going to kind of force him to take a long, hard look in the mirror at himself and where he hasn't shown up for himself or for you. Yeah, it will. So let's go back up to the third question, which is your current living situation. Well, you're going to be able to move. I do see there's more money coming in, or an opportunity to grow the home. So it's not going to be just these four walls closing in. It's expanding. But it's coming after some sort of spiritual epiphany. There's a spiritual, maybe even like a divine intervention kind of vibe, because this is very spiritual. This is just spirit guide energy. So just asking, like literally, Jesus, take the wheel. Spirit guide A, B, C, D, and all those in the back, please take the wheel. I need help. Literally asking spirit for help can help make things better in the living situation. So for the fourth question, should I buy inventory, start a business? Yes. Big yes. All aces are an absolute yes. This will emotionally fill your cup. This can be what you can focus on to really jumpstart your love for life, self-love, and it will also help renew the passion in your love life relationship with Mickey. So really, like I was telling someone else, it might seem like this and this and this are all just different things. I think it was Michelle Lynn. They might seem all just completely different areas of life, but no, they're all connected. It's all connected. Because when you can love yourself, literally, and spirit is the one pouring into your cup for you to get you started. Ask spirit for help in this business endeavor, and in the home endeavor, and in the relationship endeavor, and the self-love endeavor. Ask spirit for help. Ask spirit for help. Ask spirit for help. I cannot stress it enough. All of you, even you in the back, ask spirit for help. We can't do this alone. I mean, we can, but it's a major struggle without spirit with our back. I mean, they have our back, but they can do much more for us when we give them permission, because they cannot override our free will. And even I forget that on a daily basis, that I need to ask spirit for the help that they are more than willing to offer, but can't because my free will is in the way. So yes, and yes, you've always wanted to. So start brainstorming, start falling back in love with life, back in love with yourself, in love with your passion for whatever this new business might be, back in love with your home, your children, your boyfriend. It's all connected. So allow yourself, even if the building of this business is what crumbles this relationship once and for all, whatever is shining bright, that is what's meant to be. Because this might come back around, or maybe this will just point out that this was for a season of life and not for the long haul. We just never know. But the thing is, you're being called to step up and step forward. And confidence is peeking at me from the back of the deck here. So having that confidence in yourself to be you, from you to you, from your higher self to your human self, as you step up and lead in this area of your life, yes, it might shake and break other areas of life, but it's meant to be this way. As much as you don't want to lose certain things, we can hold on to things, and we could maybe even, put the shelf life of those things that were supposed to phase out of our lives 5 years ago, 5 years past their shelf life, by holding on as tight as we possibly can. But is it making us happy? Probably actually making us miserable. So this is about really focusing on you, not, maybe even if you want to have a big conversation with Mickey, and just saying, for a while now, I just feel like focusing on myself and, creating a business. And if he laughs at you or, says, oh, that's selfish or anything like that, that's his ego talking, or, blockade energy. There's something there, because a supportive partner would support that, especially if it's on your heart. A supportive partner would support that. So that might be kind of the password, as how he responds to you speaking from the heart what you want and plan to do. And if he kind of craps on your parade, not to say, oh, leave today. No. But that just might be an indication that things aren't, or at the very least, it might be that indication things aren't going great. But that might be, you starting this might be the catalyst to get it all back where it needs to be happy, to be better. We just never know how it's all going to play out, but we know we're guided to take the steps we're guided to take. Whether they take us further away from this person or closer to them, we don't know, but we still need to take them, because they are our mission. The steps. So yeah, big hugs. That's a lot going on for you, but maybe do some journaling or just some brainstorming. Write some things down, because a lot of times when all these thoughts are going in your head and ideas, and you're excited about this idea or that idea, or sad about this thing, it can all just feel like a big old jumbled mess up there. So just writing them out, even stream of consciousness, just literal brain dump right on the paper. You don't even have to read it again, but just getting it out can make you feel this sense of centeredness and peace like nothing else, really. I would recommend that to anyone who's feeling a lot of monkey mind or overwhelmed. Just brain dump everything that you're thinking. Just get it out. It'll help free up that mental space for something better. Okay. Or to help ground. It also helps ground any good ideas you have. If you write it down, it helps plant that seed to get started. Of course, you're going to then take action on it, but just writing it down so you don't forget about it is step one, right? Or maybe step two. Getting the idea first, step one, probably. Yeah, you're so welcome. Okay, up next, we have Erica Marie. So what is Spirit preparing me for in general? Ooh, I love this question. And then we have Linda. I'm not sure which one donated first, actually. I think it was Linda, to be honest, looking back now. So Linda, post your question, and then sorry about the mix-up there. Then we'll get into Erica Marie's second question. So Linda H, and then Erica Marie. And I'm pretty sure that's all I'm going to have time for. I told my kids I wouldn't be any longer than 2 hours. We're coming up on that 2-hour mark here in about 12 minutes. All right, donation list. There we have it. All right. So about your brother Dean, who has not been heard from since 8:30. You previously told me he wants silent. Going through his things. My question is when we might hear from him. Is he safe? My sister's very worried. Yes, let's tune in. Tuning in Linda's brother, Dean. Not been heard from since August 30th. And that is quite a ways, quite a long time to give someone their space. I'd say it's more than natural by this point to be able to reach out to him. So if you haven't reached out to him, I'd say now would be a good time to reach out. I don't see that, we got celebration here. I think things are looking up. The money situation for him is also looking much better. This is good for like career and job. Messages go to voicemail. Very weird. Very weird. It's like he's blocking people or something. Or if you block someone though, it doesn't go to voicemail, does it? It's very interesting though. We have a celebration here. Celebration. I want to tune into this. What is going on? What is going on with Dean? You know, another thing you can do if you haven't heard from him in that long, and you know, if this stuff goes to voicemail, I would say the fact that his voicemail box isn't full, hopefully, he's probably still got his phone and checking it regularly enough. But I want to see, you know, you can even maybe call and have a police in the area do a welfare check. That is something you can do. Let's see. Yeah, he's working through something, but he's very focused on something. I don't see that he's in any danger, which I know you guys are very worried. I mean, why is he acting like this? He's basically ghosted everybody. What is he working on? I don't know if this is his mental health or a career. Such interesting energy. It's very confusing. So it's almost like I'm kind of also picking up your confusion. Like, what is going on with him? Why? Yeah, next week at his last known address. Yeah, I would say do that. That would be step one. Yeah, this is the happy family card. So I think eventually everything's going to work out. He's going to be back in contact and everything, but I don't know. It's like spirit. I don't know why I can't quite exactly tune in. I'm going to use the tea leaves. They will get to the bottom of anything. What is going on with Dean's energy? Why does it feel like such a block? Pig, beware of greed. And it's very interesting because this could also be a card of greed. And I was kind of tuning into him really focused on his career, but it's like that's his big thing is I need enough money to do this. I need enough money to do that. But also he's being very greedy with his time and effort and just letting people know he's okay. That's not a good thing to do, is just to, it's like a pig-headed, you're being pig-headed, which doesn't seem completely in character for him. Yeah, he is okay as far as physically, and I think even mentally he's on a better path than he was last time we tuned into the energy. But it's almost like, okay, this makes sense. It's almost like he doesn't want to hear, any words of blame or why didn't you reach out? Where have you been? You should have contacted us. Like, he just doesn't want it. He just doesn't. If he could just go back to, hey, Dean, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Like, if he could just go back to just, everything's fine, he would do that. But it's like he's just mentally exhausted from having to answer everybody's questions or, let all these other people know, yeah, I'm okay. Because I think a part of him deep down is embarrassed or mad at himself that he let it go on this long. Yeah, never this long. Just worried about people taking advantage of him. Yeah, I don't see that he's being taken advantage of. If anything, he's taking advantage of your guys' love and kindness by not saying at the very least, hey, I'm okay. I don't want to hear it right now, but guess what? I am okay. I just don't want to hear your commentary. That would be the respectful thing for him to do right now. But he can't even do that, which is kind of not nice. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. So it's like he just wants a fresh start with everybody. Doesn't want to have to answer for his past mistakes or him being gone so long. And like I said, if he could just go back to, yeah, it's great, cool. Like, he would totally sign up for that. But he has this deep, probably fearful feeling that, yeah, if I answer one phone call, I'm going to hear it. They're going to yell at me. They're going to be mad at me. They're going to tell me I messed up again. And he just doesn't want to hear it. He knows it's true. He does. But he just doesn't want to hear it. All right. Words of advice for Linda, please. Sun. Wow. We got sunrise. That's his energy, like bowing out. And then your sun, happiness and well-being. So if it goes to voicemail and you have the capability to leave a voicemail, Linda, my best advice to you would just be to say, I'm not mad at you. I'm not blaming you. I just want to know you're okay. And if you want to call me and just talk about life or, the weather or the sports team that we both like or whatever it is, let me know. Or you just shine your light and be a beautiful example, even if he doesn't see you or come across you online or any of that. Just you shining and living your life and living your light will help him open back up, because eventually he will come around. He will come around. Yeah. But he feels like this is like, it's almost like he's got a, if I open one mode of communication, they're all going to come at me. Even if you guys seem loving, it seems like too much for him for some reason. He's got his reasons, which we may not understand, but he's physically okay and mentally more okay than he was when we first tuned in. He's just very focused, maybe even on a friendship or even quite possibly a love relationship. And this woman might have children. Is he married? I don't feel that he's married, but he might be involved with someone or kind of getting to know a lady friend, quite possibly. I think that's the energy I've got here. Yeah, not married. And this woman might even have kids or children of her own. But I feel these children would be like late teenagers, maybe even early 20s. Like they're grown mostly. Yeah, that could be what's taking his focus. Or it could be a friend. Doesn't have to be like a romantic lady, but it could be. There's a possibility for a romantic thing here, but yeah. All right. So sorry I couldn't quite answer what he's got going on specific, but he's working on himself in ways. There's ways he could definitely be doing better by everybody, but he's just now finally starting to show up for himself. So as he does that and grows and learns a little more, I think someone will hear from him. Whether that is just him saying, "Yeah, I'm fine. Please stop bothering me constantly," or, I don't see that he's a rude person on purpose, but he pulls his energy back and just ghosts. And that's more harmful to you all than him saying, "Hey, I'm here. Fine. Leave me alone, though." Like, you guys would all rather hear that than him just disappear into the woodwork. But he doesn't want to be rude, but yet he's being the ultimate Rudy by just not responding. Like, that's the ultimate, probably the rudest thing you can do in this scenario. And he's thinking he's sparing everybody by just being silent. It's not. Anything around timing. Let's just see. We'll roll the astro dice. Of course, timing is really crazy with this. So I would just say keep it a very open mind with timing. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. It's very interesting because I wanted to really tune in around 4 weeks, which would put us still before Christmas time. But I think I have a feeling someone in the family will finally get into communication with him, or he's going to reach out to someone in the family, or you'll hear from someone who heard from someone that they heard from him by Christmas time this year. So let's hope. And keep us posted if you hear from him. I'm glad you let me know Stubbs returned home. I'm glad he did whatever transitional energetic thing he needed to do and he came right back home. That is so good. So glad. Yeah, that's why I was feeling it would hear right before Christmas. Yep. Yeah, I have a feeling. Although he might feel that pull of you guys expecting it and want to pull further away. We just never know, but most likely timeline scenario as of right now is around Christmas or right before. Older brother Al. Is that his name, Al? Okay, 1 card pull on Al. What do we need to know about Al? Well, he's much more blunt and straightforward than your other brother. But he hurts a lot of feelings. He doesn't hold back any punches when he says something. He can cut right to the bone, is what I'm getting from him. He's very in his ego right now. He's got a lot going on, maybe even with his, I don't know if he has his own business or something, what he does for money. Yeah, like, because we've got here key. We've got ladder, climbing towards success. He's just very, and then wow. Yeah, he was really worried about money, but with the key, yeah, he's very overbearing himself. Very overbearing. Yeah, he was worried about money. It might even be with like a mortgage payment or some big payment he had to pay and was really worried about how he'd get the money, but he's found a way to overcome that. Yeah, he's was dealing maybe with some financial stuff, but he's finding ways to overcome any financial woes he's been in. But yeah, he's just kind of doing his own thing. Yeah, he's just not I don't know. Yeah, money worries over his home, and bear is a good description. Yep, yep. But he's climbing. He got that ladder card, climbing to success. So I don't know if he's recently got some sort of raise or promotion. Um, but yeah, he needs to watch his tone, even with people he works with. Like he kind of gets like he rubs them the wrong way at times, and they're just like, oh, just don't cross Al's path. He's in a mood today. Kind of, yeah, like don't poke the bear energy. Yeah. But as far as his, everything, he seems fine. He's just par for the course. More where that came from with his energy kind of vibe. All right, now we can get Erica Marie's question. So, what's Spirit prepping me for in general for Erica Marie? Let's tune in. What is Spirit prepping Erica Marie for in general? Okay, that's 2 false starts. I just tried to shuffle twice, 2 false starts. So, third time was a charm. So, there might have been something that you've tried to do twice, 2 other times in the past, and it just didn't quite work. It just didn't quite work. But the third time will be the charm. And I think you either know what that is, or you will very soon know what that is. Love confirmation from you, because my intuition is always aligned with the info you provide. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you at least get that validation that, okay, I'm not just making this up. My intuition is on point. Okay, we're good. Yeah, you're on it. You're on it, Linda. But yeah, Erica Marie. So we got the 9 of Swords in reverse. So the things you've been anxious about, the things you've been stressed about, the things that have kept you up at night. Maybe you've even had sleepless nights or insomnia or nightmares, bad dreams about the future or about things that you feel are out of your control. That is starting to subside for you here in the near future. That is good. And it's funny because I'm shuffling this all upright deck upright, and this landed in reverse, which is beautiful. Beautiful. That's what we want for your next endeavor, next elevation for Erica Marie. What Spirit is preparing her for is overcoming this anxiety, this stress. And look, we got a new opportunity in love. So if you're already with someone, this is just a strengthening of that bond, or an up leveling. If you're engaged, this is getting married. If you're already married, this could be having children. If you already have children, this just could be like a strengthening of the bond, whatever resonates wherever you're at on that path. If you are single, someone could be coming in. Oh, getting married. Okay, there you go. So this is just strengthening the bond and really helping to alleviate a lot of this just mental stress energy. And even especially too, if you're stressed about the wedding, is everything going to go off without a hitch? Is everything going to be paid for? Is everything going to be, the way it's supposed to be? Don't worry about it. Things will work out. My wedding did not go 100% according to plan, but you know what? I was just one of those brides. This is let it ride. Just whatever's going to happen today is going to happen. And me getting upset about anything is not changing anything. And everything was mostly fine. There were a few little hiccups, but I'm just like, who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I'd say my other family members, like my dad, was probably the bridezilla of everything, not me. So yeah, there's a commitment here, a new commitment coming in. So, you're getting married. That's beautiful. So look at that. And then look on the back of the deck. Didn't we end your other reading with the Ace of Pentacles? So it's like this marriage is going to open a whole new world for you, a whole new door for you. Even if you've been, and I feel this is the case, even if you've been with this person a long time, a decently long time, it's like just the act of that commitment. Because like my husband and I were together over 5 years by the time we did get married. But it was just, I'm like, oh yeah, things aren't even going to change. It's just going to be like, yeah, we're having a big party and everyone's going to celebrate, and then we're going to go home and it's just going to be the same old, which yeah, but also no, because I don't know, there was just an elevation. I don't know, something about signing that contract. You're like, okay, guess we're in it. Yep, 4 years. There you go. This is just confirmation that there's a beautiful new beginning, both emotionally, but also in the material world or physically, by way of new opportunities, quite possibly moving somewhere new, starting business, just new opportunities for abundance or happiness coming in big time. So anything you want, you got like green light go energy coming in for you, which is super. That is super. All right, what else for Erica Marie? What is happening for her near future, please? Yeah, look, more of this. And of course, tying back into your other question, that maybe some financial worries about how are we going to pay for all this, or how are we going to accomplish our beautiful, bright dreams? This new opportunity, having this union come together and then, going down the road of life as two rather than one is a whole thing that is going to really help elevate this, left out in the cold, or, more lack mentality, or, lack of abundance that may have been following you around for most of both of your lives, quite possibly. But you're shifting out of this. Doesn't mean you'll never have a money worry again in your life, but you really are working diligently toward overcoming any limits to your abundance. All right, what else does Erica Marie need to know? Near future, please. Yeah, beauty. So I don't know if you had planned something, or if you work in an industry that focuses on beauty, beautifying homes, beautifying, bodies, a hairdresser, cosmetologist, anything like that, YouTube beauty guru, or just enhancing your own physical and internal beauty. This is going to be such a theme for you coming up, is just wanting to beautify your space, beautify your body, beautify your soul, beautify your thoughts. You're just cleansing so much stuff in your life to feel more like you, to reflect the inner you rather than just the outer appearance. And then freedom. Yes, you're freeing yourself from those limiting beliefs and also past cages of past versions of yourself. Any body dysmorphia or issues you've had with your body, your health, the way you think about your body, you're shifting out of that. You're no longer feeling like a prisoner in your own body, which I know is such a specific message, but for some reason you need to hear that. You're no longer going to feel like a prisoner in your own body, whatever that means to you personally. All right. One closing word of advice, please, for Erica Marie in the near future. Triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. As within, so without. We were just tuning into that. So yes, one more for Erica Marie. A bunch of them flipped, I think. Let's see which one's flipped. Okay, it was 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them flipped, I think. 4. One enchanted evening, the perfect night, and again, wedding night vibes. Look at that. It's gonna feel, again, it's gonna be perfect for the night. Everything may not go off without a hitch, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be like, yeah, it's all right. We cut the cake a little late, but you know what? It's fine. Everyone got a piece of cake. Everyone was happy. Then we have prosperity, which, yes, a prosperous business with riches and success. And that was the vibe I was getting in your first reading, is maybe someday you're opening a business. And maybe that's this, life you're moving into with this new husband, is maybe you're creating a business, or quite possibly creating children, because, they are the business of our bodies, the children. And then healing. True healing of the mind, body, and soul. So again, a unification with that triple moon energy as well. And then breaking bad habits. Self-acceptance. What were we saying with that beauty card? Finally not feeling like a prisoner in your own body. Self-acceptance. Excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. And some of that acceptance may not even be about your body, but it's feeling like a prisoner also of your mind. Like maybe I just wish I could get away from my mind for like a day's vacation. I would feel so much happier. But you're finding ways to heal the mind, body, and soul coming up. So really the upcoming energy, the energy we just had, today's 11/11 portal energy, and of course the 12/12 portal energy, and just all the cosmic energy coming in. I mean, we're being helped to heal our lives, all of us, on a collective, and bring in more prosperity and abundance and heal our mind, bodies, and souls. It's so powerful. This gateway we're going through, and these future and upcoming gateways, 2023, the year 2023, next year, is going to be a universal year number 7. It's going to be such a year of introspection and finding our purpose, and, finding the light within. The most random of people in your life that you feel will never have a spiritual awakening are going to start awakening and just surprising your socks off. All of you out there listening. So 2023, I'm gearing up. I was going to film it this week, and I'm like, whoa, no, this is a big one. I just filmed a big one with the 11/11 portal. Pick a card. It's in the description over on Harmony Portal Tarot. I posted that earlier today, so check out that pick a card if you want to know more in depth how this next. I was really picking up on like a 6-month reverberation of energy with this 11/11 portal. Look what's on the back of the deck, Erica Marie. You're making a commitment in love. You're so welcome. Absolutely. There's just so much beauty and elevation and progression coming in for those on the ascension path or those on a more spiritual, path in life these next 6 months through the next year plus. We're really building to something as a more high vibrational collective. Not everybody out there is ascending. A lot of people are doubling down on their own misery instead of wanting to evolve through it. You're not one of America Marie, and neither are any of the others of you watching. Don't worry about that. But a lot of the collective, you're going to start to see a major division of the people that are just wanting to remain the same and just be victims of their own life. They're going to double down on that victim mentality. But others, though they may fall, they want to get back up. They want to shine. They want to grow. They want to expand. They want what's best for the earth. And they're going to keep shining and, elevating and ascending. And those others are just going to stay. And it's going to become blatantly obvious. Certain people are going to start resonating out of our lives. And, but it's not like, oh, we're better than them. We're ascended. We're better. No, it's all relative. It's just vibration. There is no better. There's no worse. But it feels that way. As in a human, we gotta hierarchy everything up. So we think, oh, the spiritual people are higher. I mean, vibrationally, sure, but like better than, we associate higher with better than, which I guess isn't necessarily true, but it is in alignment with the mission here, is to elevate the consciousness. So those on a conscious journey to elevate and heal and shift through their woes are the ones that are the true winners through all of these energies. So it may not be easy though. Actually, it feels like a hard path to actually face our inner shadow and our demons and our traumas and wounds and all the stuff we've accumulated as baggage, but we're moving through it in beautiful ways. And as we offload some of that dense, heavy energy, we're able to quantum leap forward in beyond our wildest dreams. So continue to grow, continue to do what's best for you. And if you want to know some of the more recent energies that are going on, you can check out Harmony Portal Tarot. It's my pick a card channel linked in the description below. I posted that 11/11 portal reading earlier today. We also have a daily message for the 11/11 portal, and we have a what's next for you. Spoiler alert, it's huge. Pick a card reading. That's I posted earlier this week on Tuesday. So check it out if you want to get some further guidance on any of those things. I'm going to go. My kids would probably feel completely neglected by now, but no, I can hear them out there playing. So they found something to do. They came in from the snow and probably got a snack, if I'm going to guess, and they're on to something fun and probably creative. They like to draw and paint and all that. So, all right, you guys, well, I'm going to go let you have a fun rest of your day. Happy weekend, everybody, and I will check you next time. All right, you guys, bye. Much love, everyone. Bye.